Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a KV-2's, the Tier 6 Soviet heavy tank. It's located on the north spawn of Ghost Town under the command of Gaucman. Well, this is part of our Derp coronavirus special. As you can see, coronavirus quarantine on the side of the tank. It also says stay home, stay safe at the rear. Now, the KV-2, it's got a howitzer as its main armament. It can do 910 alpha and penetrate 86mm of armour, and it's got a burst radius of 3.66 metres. And well, Gaucman's going to take it into the town and derp the enemy. 20 seconds is the reload time, 20.25. It's quite a long time. Makes the KV-2 vulnerable. Trying to get a shot on that Cromwell. He had to back a bit because the problem is that if the HE shell hits anything en route to the target, it might pre-detonate. And in fact, actually, we've now found out that hay bales actually pre-detonate the shell, because that happened to Klaus Kellerman just recently. He didn't realise, and I don't think many people did, that apparently hay is a solid object that tends to detonate shells, especially if they're HE. Say goodnight, Type 64. That's his first kill. Now, this particular KV-2, the skin for this can be downloaded and applied to your own tank if you wish. There's a link in the description below the video. It was created by Sir Rusty very quickly, and he's a very talented guy, and so's his daughter. And if you have any other skins that you'd like made for your favourite vehicle, they can do that for you too. Oh, the ARL just went down. David Fletcher doesn't like the ARL. He thinks it's not a very good tank. There's a T150 there, the T3485. Oh, shot through the frame very quickly, and unfortunately he hadn't aimed at the right spot, and the T34 got through. It's a pity he doesn't actually have somebody alongside him to fend these enemy off whilst he's reloading. There's the T34. Well, he gets 253 hit points off the T150. He's backing up a long way every time he does that. You see, that might encourage the T3485 to come forward, because he thinks that he can, and then take pot shots at us when we pull forward again. He's moved behind that concrete structure. We might be able to get the front of his vehicle. Nice shot! 810, that penetrated the T3485 right through his side and blew him to pieces. So, second kill. Okay, who's next? Is it going to be that P43 Biz? He's hiding behind the buildings. It's probably going to be T150. Nope. And we bounced around from the T150. It looks like it actually hit the mantlet, but it didn't penetrate through into the interior of the tank. This time round he does get a pen, and I suspect it's actually on the side of the turret, one of the weak spots. Here comes the T150, not giving us much to work with. Oh, exactly. Well, it's right nearly on the same spot, but this one did go through, and the reason for that, well, it was an arm-piercing round. So was the other one. Well, maybe there was something behind that particular spot that actually blocked the shell. The SU-100's been spotted. We haven't got a shot on him at the moment. Oh! Now, T-150 is getting rather annoying. But if we come out into the general area there to get at him, he might enable others to get shots at our side. T-150 still there, and now he's gone. Nice shot. Just took the roof of his vehicle off, and now we've got an AMX 12 ton, and thank goodness he's now got this T-3485, because if he'd been sitting here just pulling back after that shot to reload, that AMX 12 ton would have been straight around the corner to start doing some damage. And now we've got an SU-100 to aim at just further down the road, but he's pulled back into cover. Get a shot at him. No, he's turned and moved away. So P43 Biz is next target, and well, he's now back in the garage, but we did take him around for 263, and that one went in through the side, or was it the one underneath? I think it was the one underneath, actually. So we're starting to look a bit damaged. We've only got 70 hit points left now, but he has got 4 kills, and there goes the T-3485 taken out by the SU-100. We need some more support to help us, and there goes the T-52. Oh! He blew up when the SU-100 fired at him. But there's the SU-100, and he's back in the garage. So there's a nice number of wrecks over there now. But I think that AMX 12 ton might be emboldened enough to come around the corner and start shooting at us. Arty's targeting the area. When you see the circles appear on the ground, that means Arty rounds are inbound to that spot. Hopefully going to hit that AMX 12 ton, take him out the game. Yep, the Arty's letting us know, stay away, otherwise you might get hit by the splash. It's always a good sign when you see that, because you know that you've got Arty focusing and working for you on a particular target. If you see double arrows appearing above a target, that also tells you that Arty's about to strike that particular target. Well, he's ignoring it and going forward, and he takes the kill on the AMX 12 ton, and that's his Top Gun. Oh, we just lost the Churchill 7, which was our heavy tank teammate. And now it's just 1 light tank and 3 Artys versus 2 Artys and the KV-2. So we're 3 versus 4. But the only other enemy we're looking at is that T-52 on the enemy team, which, well, it's a fast, nippy little light tank with a 57mm gun. And they can be very difficult and dangerous to pin down. But if they get too close in a city, they can be derped out of existence fairly quickly. If they were to stay a long distance away and snipe at this tank, they could probably take him out fairly quickly. But there's the T-52, and big mistake, he got too close and he's derped. So it's now just 3 Arty to kill, 2 M44s and a Hummel. But the M44 is probably the most powerful Arty in the game, tier for tier. So now he's got to find them and do so without getting hit by them. Because with only 70 hit points, a near miss from an M44 is going to be lethal. So go underneath the arches, because if you go out in the open, they will probably hit you. Mind you, you're going to have to go out in the open sooner or later. Well, our Hummel and our M44 are spreading out and going on different flanks, so they should be able to tell us if the M44s are trying to get around the outside. The only other Arty they've got is a Hummel, which is the German tier 6 15cm gun based on the Panzer Mark IV. The thing about Arty is it has very short view range, so they might not see us before we see them, which gives us a chance to get a shot into them before they react. Their sixth sense will go off, but if it does go off, they know that somebody's around and saw them, and they usually react accordingly, do a quick check and find out, or run for cover. It really is a very, very nice little skin, this coronavirus quarantine skin. I hope you are all staying safe, staying home, and playing World of Tanks whilst you're on lockdown. Hopefully the lockdown will end soon. But it's a great opportunity to improve your game at World of Tanks. Huge amount of damage to the front of that vehicle. Only one shot actually went into the weak spot, which is of course just below the mantlet. That's the weak spot. The two that went above, I think they may have been aiming for the roof of the turret. And the one at the side, well, he was just trying to get the side of the vehicle. It says Gamescom because I think the owner of this tank applied that as an additional logo. Once you've actually applied the skin, only you can see it in your replays, but certainly you'll see it if your replay is converted into a video and somebody else has the skin as well. Well, there's one of the M44s in the town, and he's, well, we can see him, got a line of sight. He just took out our M44. Oh, kill! So that's a Radley Walters now for Gaucman. Now I believe that Gaucman is from Iceland. At least that's according to the flag that's alongside his name. A long range shot hits the Hummel for 295. Doesn't wipe him out though. It should have absolutely vaporized his vehicle. So he was very lucky to escape that. But he probably can't see where we are, which is why he's pulled back into cover. And that's the kill. That gets him a Pascucci's and 9 kills. There's still one enemy out there, the M44. It's only 2 minutes 48 seconds left on the clock. We're being accompanied by the Hummel, so we've got some Arty support. Just need to find that last one to get the Pools medal and win the game. The last one was seen in grid square K1. He might not be there anymore, but it probably would be better actually to go low and instead of climbing up over this hill. But I think he may be thinking, I'll go up on top of the hill and I'll get the view range from there. And he's been asked to platoon with the Churchill 7, who's already dead. And there's the 2-minute horn. You can see that the Hummel actually did turn to face him to get a shot at him. Couldn't get so in time. A while back, somebody actually asked, what does that sign in the background say? Well, it actually says Miri Mir, which means Peace World. Which is kind of funny when you think this is a tank game. It's anything but peace on this one. Well, that's the last minute countdown. And we're being joined in the cap by the Hummel. And there's an explosion from the M44 trying to get a reset. He's obviously run away, now trying to shoot into the cap to prevent us capping out. But there's only 20 seconds left to go on the cap counter. Oh, don't go outside the cap. Yep. They want to win. There's the last shot from the enemy Arty. He won't be able to get another round off before these two cap out. So he's giving up his Pools medal to just stay with the Radley Walters. And that's it. They've done it. They won. Oh no, he did manage to sneak one more shell in, and it just missed both of them. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this game. Well, it's an ace tanker for Gaucman in the KV-2. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he got 33. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him during the game. A fight for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. Out of the epics, he managed to get a Radley Walters Medal for killing at least 8 enemy tanks. He ended up with 9. A Pascucci's Medal for killing at least 2 enemy Arty. He did get 2, just missed out on getting that Dimitri's by killing the last one. And a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. Let's have a look at the team scores. Highest damage, 2,634 hit points. The next high scorer was in fact the M44 on his own team with 1,917, but he was the one who actually got killed in the town by the enemy M44. The highest score on the enemy was their T150 with 1,916 hit points, and some of that belonged to Gaucman. When it came to kills, he had the highest number again with 9, that's 3/5 of the enemy team. The next highest scorer was the M44s on the enemy team. Both had 3 kills apiece. And after that, there was the SU-100 and T-150 with 2 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in that one as well. Top in all 3 columns. 1,568 base experience points for Gaucman. 772 goes to the M44 on his team. And 745 for the T-34-85. He fired 15 rounds, got 12 direct hits and 6 penetrations, 6 splash. Damage of 2,634 hit points, of which 315 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits from the enemy. 3 of them were penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and 300 hit points of damage blocked by armor. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 9 of the enemy, and did 94 hit points of damage assistance, and got 68 cap points. So he was very close to getting an Invader medal as well. Well, I suppose if the Hummel had stayed out a little longer, he would have ended up with an Invader. On a free-to-play account, he earned 30,243 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 13,947 credits. He received 1,568 base XP, times 5 for the first victory, took away 7,840 experience points altogether. So sad that he missed out on his Pools medal. It would have been quite nice if he had got it, but that M44 was determined to stay away from the cap, deny him the medal, but keep firing into the cap to try and get that reset and a draw, which is probably the correct tactics, unless of course you can get close enough to ensure that you can actually get a hit into the enemy. And that might have been possible for the M44 if he'd been in the conventional place, but he wasn't. He was probably off somewhere down the west side of the map, and that's why he was able to get shots in to the cap area without being seen. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. Stay home, stay safe, and derp coronavirus!